In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
This is really weird doing a live stream but members only video, so it's just a bit of an experiment I'm doing right now. Essentially doing members videos which are over 40 minutes long take a very long time to upload. So essentially I thought to myself, well, what are the origins of Elite FPL? Well, it all started on Facebook, and we found that it took so long to upload to Facebook that we decided to do it on YouTube, and then we realised it was taking so long to upload on YouTube that we thought, why not just do it live? And someone like our man Dylan, hello mate, who's here right now, essentially joined us and watched myself, Jason and Dan just chat shit for swearing. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of swearing, by the way. So if you don't like language, just piss off now, basically. But yeah, people like our man Dylan would tune in to us and just watch us, basically. There was no such thing as live chat at the time or anything. It was just the three of us chatting shit. And yeah, I'm just basically doing this now live instead. Karma Baby, for fuck's sake, Steve, your timing sucks. How does Karma Baby speak? Your timing sucks. That's a terrible impression. I start teaching a lesson in 5 minutes. Our man Dylan saying, cool, Bilal and Brew. They're not actually here, our man Dylan. They're not actually on stream. It's just the fact that, and I'll bring it up in a second, they've asked some questions. So usually in members videos, what I do is I answer specific questions from members. Usually it's fantasy football related, but it can be very occasionally about other subject matters. I also read through the comments that people write on YouTube, for argument's sake. Occasionally there is some funny comments that I take the piss out of. I'm also going to address, which was brought to my attention, this Randy Shafter. I know that's going to piss him off. He's going to think that I'm taking the piss. And to be honest with you, I went through the tweet and everything, and you probably aren't going to like what I'm going to say, but whatever. And yeah, I'm going to give you my thoughts on yesterday's matches, specifically the Arsenal-Tottenham game, which, as funny enough, James on Planet FPL, he didn't have to, but he retweeted my thought process, what I put out yesterday on Twitter, at SteveO'RealTalk. Get the plug in. And essentially, yeah, it was all fun and games. I can't... Immediately, I can't actually read out the first comment that I've seen. Sorry, Mark Byrne. This is live to the public. I can't do it. Can't read it out. But, yeah. I wouldn't say they do my head in. If you know, you know. But they don't do my head in. But I just think that... Oh, hello. What's this? That's interesting. So, something that I've just seen from Top Tim. The speed at which Steve-O goes from pleasantries to real talk always reminds me of this clip, and he's obviously put a link there. I can't watch it. Never change for YouTube, mate. I'd rather watch the odd short members videos than the hours of repeated dross everywhere. There we are, Top Tim. Yeah, there is some crap out there, not going to lie. But, yeah, so what shall I do first? I think I'll, out of respect to Bilal and Brew, I'll answer their questions first. And I'm going to bring them up on screen, which you'll see in a 3, a 2. Come on. Come on, work, you fucking piece of shit. See, I was watching briefly that Llama Lounge yesterday, and Llama was muted. There we are. It's up on there. There we are. There's the members area. He was muted, so all well and good. Hello, Gabrielle. Hello, Gabrielle. In between my work meetings. Yeah. So, Bilal asked this question. It's up on Discord. It's up there right now. Like I say, if anybody wants to ask me questions in the members chat, you have to become a member, but whatever, to access it on Discord. But question for Steve, what do you make of the whole thing of captaining a defender in FPL? For anybody that doesn't know, Bilal captained Castagna yesterday. Pretty much every player returned, didn't they, apart from Castagna. This season has proved many of them have hoard in a particular game week, especially Man City defenders, Cancelo, in double game weeks. For me personally, it's more of a psychological thing that wanting your captain to keep a clean sheet rather than wanting them to score a goal isn't as enjoyable usually. Well, to be fair to people like Sai, the best in Discord, he made a very calculated, if you want to call it, decision, where basically he decided to captain Cancelo this week, and he had 24 points total, so 12 points doubled. To be honest with you, I've already said my piece on Sai. I think that he's deliberately almost sabotaging his team. I think that he'll come out with some bullshit excuse at, all my captains failed deliberately, and the players that I captained, they didn't come through, yet Jason had all the luck in the world. Nah, fuck off. Load of bullshit. Jason's got in your head, you've panicked, you've then thought, oh God, Jason's going to overtake me now, so I better just do some random captains in my team. Because Sai's team is actually very good. Sai is, 13,000th in the world? He may have dropped, he may have gone up, it doesn't really matter. But he's decided now to... who did he choose in the double game week, for example? He went Salah instead of Gundogan, as an example. And I think he's just self-sabotaging. I think he's deliberately doing it so that if Jason does win, he's just going to blame captaincy decisions, even though he's deliberately doing it himself. I find it quite sad, to be honest. But Cancelo came through, and this is the problem, Bilal, isn't it? That people like defenders like Cancelo, Robertson, Trent, to name 3, you really are looking out for 2 things, obviously. The defensive clean sheet and the probability of an attack and return. But that's the issue, isn't it? It's the gamble. It's the probability of, will this specific player come in with an assist? If you're lucky, a goal. And if you're even more lucky, a clean sheet on top of that. And as a percentage, it's going to be so low. Whereas if you're choosing, I'm stating the fucking obvious, mate, but when you're choosing a player like, say, Salah, De Bruyne, Fernandes, whoever, Bale, Kane, Calvert-Lewin, Watkins. Essentially, you know that there's a very high probability that against the likes of Burnley, Sheffield United, Crystal Palace, West Brom, etc., there's a solid chance of them returning. Whereas with a defender, it just takes that one goal to be conceded. I can't think of anything of any player off the top of my head right now. Man City, of course, recently, they had goals conceded when you'd expect them to keep clean sheets and whatnot. Take Aston Villa the other day. They conceded the death to Newcastle, that Lascelles header, which fucked off a lot of people. I don't blame him. Brew was one of them. He was a bit fucked off with that. But, this is what happens in fantasy football. And, yeah, I just think that there's nothing wrong with going with a captaincy choice in a defender, but fuck me, you are really, really, really putting all your eggs in one basket, hoping for that clean sheet. I know that, who the fuck was it? Well, it was you, wasn't it? Of course it was. It was you that captained Castagna, and he came through and got you a clean sheet. You didn't get any bonus points, didn't get any assists with the 5 goals. Admittedly, Vardy got them all, basically. So, yeah, I think that for someone in your position, what are you, 100,000, 150,000, something like that? I think, didn't you state it in the Discord that you want to have a bit of fun? I think, yeah, fuck it. Just have some fun. If you really think that that's specific. I mean, you're doing so well in the score predictor game, along with me, that... although that fucking... I was putting out some tweets yesterday about regarding the Leicester game and how I said that I predicted 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. Like I said, 1-0. But yeah, I think that when you're decent enough at predicting, like you are, I think really you should be going with your gut. And if you feel that this specific team is going to keep a clean sheet like you did in Leicester, okay. I mean, Brian Tavares is here. Morning, pal. When in doubt, captain Salah. Yeah, good luck with that. Fuck me. The fact that I've captained him means he's going to blank today. That's the only reason why I captained him myself. If in doubt, captain Salah. I had no one in my team that I wanted to captain whatsoever, other than potentially Kevin De Bruyne. But I thought, no, he's got his returns. But obviously, Karma Baby, he captained Watkins, and he says that he's feeling quite smug at the moment, captaining Watkins. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more with that. So Brew asked on here, which is up on screen at the moment, another topic I would like your opinion on is differentials. This season, personally for me, it's been so hard to find a differential as there are only certain players and teams that you can actually rely on. In the past, usually every team had a few players who were returning week in, week out, and this season it doesn't feel like that. For example, you had the likes of Ings, Jimenez, Mane, Martial, etc., who are all irrelevant this season. It seems like everyone has the same team, barring a few different players. Now, there's a few people that have actually commented on this. Paulie, that's what I don't like about FPL. The first few weeks of the season are great as everyone's teams are different, but by game week 10 onwards, everyone has the same team after the wild card. Harbor Boy saying, are there really any... are they really as similar as they seem, though? In the Elite Elimination League, there are 28 teams left, and whilst they all look pretty similar, the points range from 29 to 59, so you can still get some pretty differential outcomes. Look at poor old Zimmy this week. He has all the usual big hitters who will blank this week, but doesn't have Cancelo or Stone, so he's on 29 points this week. A 30-point gap over the next 10 weeks is 300 points, so it's 300 points. So I would argue that there's still lots of opportunity for differential scoring outcomes if you get your picks right. Well, that's the thing. A lot of the experienced managers make a very valid point that the reality being is that you want to base your team on what out of 15, 7 or 8 of them that as a 10-plate team most would have, and then your other 8, 9, 10, 11, the other 3 players are your key differentials. That's how you should play the game. The problem is that every season, every time we all go, I'm going to play it that way. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to have this plan. I'm going to set it in place. I ain't going to fuck about with it. It's going to be, I'm going to have a core set of 8 or 9 players, and then I'm going to have the 2 random ones that could be my differential. And then as Paulie rightly says, by game week 10, we just follow the crowd. And that's the fucking issue with, in my opinion, living in this fantasy football scout bubble, in this Twitter bubble, in this YouTube content creator bubble. As I've said this once, I'll say it again, I'll say it 1,000 times. There is so much fucking content out there for fantasy football. In my opinion, everybody is just going to what they like now. It's no coincidence there are many channels out there whose viewing figures have just plummeted off a fucking cliff, because now everybody is just doing the same old fucking content, and it's boring. And there's only certain individuals that I enjoy making sure that I tune into, no matter what. Because unfortunately, everybody's just going down the same rabbit hole of doing the same old thing. There's nothing unique. There's nothing individual about these particular channels anymore, which is a shame. Shame, really. As David Brent says. Shame, really. There we are, Karma Baby. There's your office quote. I wonder if Fozzie's watching this. Probably not. But yeah, it's a shame, really. And I think that a lot of people are going down the rabbit hole of, right, I just want to stick specifically to this channel that I've been following for X amount of time, and I'm only going to watch this because this channel's putting out X amount of videos a week, X amount of podcasts out a week. I can only listen to this now. Yes, I can listen to X, Y, and Z, but Christ, if I have to listen to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, you get the idea with that. It just, unfortunately, it clouds everybody's judgment. And for some people, like, who the fuck was it? Someone said it on, I think it was Harbour Boy, actually, to this Randy, just saying, look, something about hashtag playing your own game or whatever. Something that was helping me over the last few weeks climbing up the ranks was playing my own game and enjoying it for what it is. I have been going with my own decisions. I've been enjoying it. I've enjoyed the experience more. If a captain fails, it fails. I've been going on my predictions now. Don't get me wrong, if I've got a safety option in my team, I will probably go for that. But I just find that me now going with my gut instinct when it comes to my predictions, which, again, I pride myself on. Same like with Bilal. I'm good with my predictions, so I just think to myself, well, if I'm expecting this specific team to fucking score 4 goals against this particular team, then why not? I said this week that I think that the teams that are going to score the most goals are going to be Man City, this is off the top of my head now, Man City, United, who the fuck else was it? Chelsea and Liverpool. They were the 4 teams that I said you should target for a captaincy pick. Well, I didn't foresee Man United only winning 1-0. Now, I watched 20 minutes of the first half, and I thought, you know what? This is going to be interesting. This is going to be a lot of fun. West Ham are attacking United. United are attacking West Ham. This ain't fucking ending 0-0. And then, of course, following morning, i.e. this morning, at 3 o'clock, I see the highlights and I'm like, oh, 1-0. Thanks to, I can't even remember who the fuck scored. I'm sure one of the members, one of you guys will be able to. Vince, you're a Man United fan, you can tell me who scored for Man United. I know it was McTominay with the assist or something like that. Oh, it was a Dawson own goal. Dawson own goal, thank you. Thank you, Steve-O. That's not me in bed with another guy called Steve-O. So yeah, I'm obviously I got that wrong. I thought it'd be 2-1. In the Everton game, I said, did I say Everton? I can't remember now. I said Everton will score 2+ goals. If you were to captain Calvert-Lewin, like James from Planet FPL did. Yep, brilliant. If you captain Richarlison and stuff, unfortunate, really. But who would have thought that Burnley would have won 2-1? Nobody. I didn't. Didn't expect anything from that game. Funnily enough, I thought 2-1 the other way. But we played out of our skins. We played with flair, energy, smiles on our faces. Happy days. And we came out and got the 3 points. But Man City obviously winning 3-0, wasn't it? Was it Aguero? I said Aguero potentially is a good, nice pick as captaincy if anybody owned him, which basically nobody does. And I can't even remember who the other 2 players were. Cancelo popped up with an assist and everything. So, and then tonight I'm expecting Liverpool to win. I think I said 2-0 or 2-1. So for my own personal team, I felt, that, of all my players, I'm not particularly happy with many of them. So, like I said, if in doubt, captain Salah. And going on the question about differentials and everything and whatnot, it really is just a case of, it's finding that right guy, i.e. Bale, for argument's sake. Bale was a bit of a differential. Lingard, jumping on him quickly, for argument's sake. Alonso, I know Blonde is going to be screaming, saying, shut the fuck up about Alonso, but, I fucking love him to bits. This is why I keep saying that having double Chelsea defence is a great idea, because Blonde asked the question about going heavy at the back in like a 4-4-2 or a 5-3-2, a 4-3-3, possibly a 4-4-2 or something like that. And I said, you've got to go double Chelsea. You've got to. I think that it has to be the case of if one of them doesn't play, you've still got cover for Chelsea, but your bench is going to be a lot stronger. That's why it fucked me off this week that when I actually had Tierney actually playing him and fucking Jason had him on the 3rd on the bench, he still fucking gets him off. He still fucking gets him off because Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne and Aubameyang don't fucking start. And it's fine margins like that, Brew, which piss me off. Because that small little differential between me and Jason, for argument's sake, in Tierney, he wouldn't have had him playing. Tierney actually pops up with a fucking assist. But in my rivalry with Jason, and it is a rivalry, despite the fact that he's about 300 points ahead of me, I still fucking feel passionate about it. I look at his team and I'm just like, for fuck's sake. You can't make this shit up. And that tiny little differential of 4 points from Tierney has been completely wiped out because he's coming off the bench for him and everything. So yeah, I don't know if this even fucking answers your question. I don't know if I've fucking waffled on for the last 10 minutes or whatever it's been, but certainly I think that there are differentials out there, captaincy wise as well. Following the crowd can be good. It also can be a detriment. A lot of people captaining Kane this week, or more to the point, maybe vice captaining him. And then obviously Kevin De Bruyne doesn't play, so then Kane becomes the vice captain and all this nonsense. And I mean, obviously Kane very, very unlucky not to get a goal in the last 15 minutes, hits the post, a goal ruled out for offside. I mean, he was offside, but point being is that if that game had gone on for an extra half an hour, who fucking knows? I know Anurag's here. Morning, Anurag. We'll get to your question in a second, but I haven't got it up on the pop-out chat, so I'll quickly read it here once it fucking loads up. If the transfer... On a minute, what's Anurag going on? If the transfer... That statement will change from when in doubt Captain Salah to when in doubt Captain Messi. Yeah. Oh, right, thank you, right. If the transfer happens, yeah, thank you, Anurag. When in doubt Captain Messi, yeah. Vince saying, we're not copying each other, but it's the nature versus nurture. There are usually a set of key players which arise from week to week and is key to collecting the best picks. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I will say this, that, you know, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people that are unfortunately copying others. They rely on the information that individuals are providing on podcasts, on YouTube videos, whether it's websites, whether it's forum sites like the Discord. And we're all trying to help each other. But then you've got to think like, well, we're all watching if you're lucky enough to watch the football, then surely, you know, we're all going to come to the same conclusion anyway. However, for someone like me, as I keep stating this, I've been banging the Alonso drum now for what seems like an eternity, like 2 weeks now. Have I bought him in? No, why would I? Now once again, like I said, he got a clean sheet last week and he didn't play yesterday. I get that. But my plan moving forward is just essentially just to try and get 2 Chelsea defenders in. I'm sacking off game week 29 now with the injuries that have come through. I can't be fucked with it. I said that it's going to be a shit game week anyway, but now, with the Son being injured, Son's almost certainly going to be injured, not playing. Bamford, I can't really comment on, but it may just be like a little bit of a nothing too serious. Just get some vitamin C down me. Vitamin C and creatine. Vitamin C and creatine. How to do press-ups. Fuck me. But, yeah. I just think that when people like myself have a thought process, just fucking go through it now. Just go through with it. It doesn't matter how mad it sounds. When people jumped on the Lingard bandwagon, Jason was like, don't do it. And look what he's done. There's a chance that Jason may end up buying that West Ham top and getting his name on the back. May get his name on the back. Who fucking knows? Paulie, morning pal. Afternoon, Steve. I'm not sure if you already covered it, but would you double up on Spurs for the Villa game in 29 now Son looks injured? For the Arsenal game, Anurag saying, yeah, I had the same question. Do you fade Spurs will still dip our toes in the assets for game week 29? My thoughts on game week 29 are people just fucking get... what's the word I'm looking for? Fuzzy eyes when it comes to game week 29 or any blank game week, especially with the shite that is playing that game. Let's get real here, shall we? Let's get fucking real. So, no Tiki Fire. What's that, Gabriel Drop? This is why I don't do fucking live streams. This is the thing. You get distracted. Oh, have you retracted the comment? Have you, Gabriel Drop? It's come up on screen. No Tiki Fire. I'm assuming that's an alcoholic drink. I don't really know, as Les Dennis says. So game week 29 here. Fulham versus Leeds. I mean, to me, that is screaming out 1-1, 0-0. Brighton versus Newcastle. Once again, 1-1, 0-0, 1-0 Brighton. West Ham Arsenal. I'd like to think West Ham could beat Arsenal with that fucking shambolic defence. But once again, it's going to be a tight game. Aston Villa versus Spurs. Have you seen Aston Villa? Defensively, as I keep saying this line every fucking time, they're no fucking mugs. People seem to think that Spurs are going to score like 3 or 4. As I said in my tweet yesterday, just quoting James, they played Crystal Palace, Fulham, Burnley and some fucking Belgian team that you can't even pronounce their name and scored loads of goals. Brilliant. Wait until they come up against quality. Well, they failed their first test against Arsenal, albeit they should have got a draw. They shouldn't have, but they could have got a draw if it gone on for an extra 10 minutes. Because fucking Arsenal team decide to shit themselves and worry about Kane and Moura. And that I think Spurs could edge that game. Aston Villa at home, their record ain't particularly great. And I'd expect Spurs maybe 1-0, 2-0. Aston Villa can't fucking score for shit. I mean, Ollie Watkins the other fucking day only just about got some attack and return. Again, I didn't see the match. Up against Newcastle, for fuck's sake. Yeah, Aston Villa are not just going to roll over. I'm telling you now, that's going to be a very tight game indeed. At the moment, I've got, for argument's sake, Areola. I've got 3 leads, but minus Banford, so there's 2 leads. Nothing from Brighton or Newcastle. West Ham, Arsenal. I'm considering a potential punt on Odegaard. That's a punt. But I may potentially go safety in Lingard, but I'm really not fussed on that game. My original thought process was to get Kane and Bale in for Salah and Calvert-Lewin. Can't do that now. Well, I can do it, but I don't really want to do it. So, yeah, which links me into the North London derby yesterday, in which we saw Arsenal play extremely well. In fact, I'll tell you what, why not do the old Steve-O special, shall we? And let's just show you a message, or play a message, that I sent to Danny Boy yesterday evening regarding, is it this one here? It's just Christ almighty. I mean, I don't know how you were feeling in the last 15 minutes, essentially since Lamella was sent off, but fuck me. Like, even me as a watcher, I'm just like, one, how the fuck have Arsenal not scored more goals in this game? I mean, you deserve to win that, no matter what. The win was, if you hadn't won that game, I mean, all Arsenal fans have every right to question what the fuck is going on, but thankfully you won it. You should have scored more goals. I would say, if you had won 4 or 5-0, 4 or 5-1, whatever, it would have been deserved. Tottenham are fucking awful. But that last 15 minutes, me as a watcher, who has no affiliation with Tottenham, no affiliation with Arsenal, I'm thinking, Christ, is this the kind of shite that you have to watch defensively? I mean, I've never seen so many fucking mistakes. Just balls being given away. It's almost like panic stations in your defence. It was almost like, I don't think we got the bollocks to hold this team off. I think, like, I don't know what we're doing. It's fucking mad. And it just goes on for a bit. I can't remember what I said, and there may be some things that I shouldn't be allowed to broadcast. But yeah, Arsenal were fucking all over Spurs. They reminded me a bit like when Burnley have the opportunity to put a team to bed, and yet, for some reason, we just cannot put the ball in the back of the net. That's what Arsenal reminded me of yesterday. They had so many fucking opportunities to score during that particular opening, 30 minutes or whatever, and yet they fucking cocked up everything. And what I couldn't get my head around is the fact that Lamela then gets sent off, and it was as if Jose Mourinho, a light bulb went off and went, oh yeah, we can actually attack. And they just put fucking Arsenal under all the pressure. Could you fucking imagine if Kane had scored that free kick? Imagine if the goal was given onside. It's like Martin Tyler said. This is going to feel more like a loss than a draw. But thankfully Arsenal came out 2-1 winners, but just a fucking shambles. An absolute fucking shambles from Arsenal, if I'm honest with you. They gave me no encouragement whatsoever. Yes, they have some quality, like I said. In Odegaard, he looked pretty good and everything, but I really couldn't give a fuck about it. Brian Tavera saying, should I hold on to Son? He's the only player I'm still hanging on to. I'd be waiting on Son news, but he ain't going to be playing, mate. Get him out. I've been wanting to get rid of Son for fucking ages. Get him out my bloody team. Waste of fucking space. That Tiki Fire is what Jason regularly drinks during streams. Anurag saying, would I not change my opinion if Grealish is potentially back? He's back from injury, mate. Players don't just... I'm sure there are plenty of examples of a player that's returned from an injury and kicked off straight away. Within the first game, they've scored a goal, assisted a couple, and they've fucking gone on and won 3-0. I'm sure there's plenty of examples like that. I'm sure Harry Kane has done that many, many times. Messi, Ronaldo. It doesn't happen that often, and I'd expect Grealish to be bedded in. To be honest with you. So, moving on to this interesting tweet that was sent out by this Randy Shafter. Now, I haven't read it all. I glossed over it because I said to myself, do you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to talk about it on a members video. Dread FPL, I think, was the one that quoted me on this. But interestingly enough, Brew here actually put something up in the members chat. As you can see here, once it decides to pop up, which it won't, of course it fucking won't. But he just tagged me in it on the members chat. There it is there. Right there, lads. And Brew just said, this guy really hates Stones, doesn't he? And then Warfare makes the point some people need to take a step back and realise it's just a game. It is funny because... sometimes I think to myself, am I being hypocritical when I agree with someone like Warfare there? And I agree to an extent, but it depends what you're playing fantasy football for. So, you know, in the Invitational League, for argument's sake, and we'll get onto that in a minute, see what the ramifications? Do you know, today I was told that my English is very good. Admittedly, the person is from Brazil. But he said that, you know, compared to other people from England, you speak very well. Your English is very good. That's a terrible impression of the individual I'm talking to. But it depends what you're playing the game for. Now, in our case... there's a competitive, in my specific case, there's a competitive mini league that I take seriously in the Torbay Elite League. There's the rivalry with myself and Jason. You've then got the Invitational League. You've then got the Super Cup that people take seriously. Which reminds me, it was a Dread that fucking told me about that last night. Oh, we'll do that in a minute. In fact, this is going to fuck everything up. Hold on a minute. Here we go. Oh no, it's in the Discord, isn't it? Oh! The link's in the Discord. I forgot about that. There's another office quote there, Karma Baby. Yeah, Dread said that I'm fucking 3rd or 4th now, for fuck's sake. The one thing that I was actually doing well in, I've completely fallen off a cliff since then against the guy from FPL Wire, I believe. Just fucking open this. But yeah, it depends. The reality is, it depends how competitive you are, your competitive nature. It's like when you play Call of Duty. Like, you can be someone that just plays it for a bit of fun, but when things go against you, some people get angry, some people get pissed off. I've told you guys on the members videos that I've got really fucked off with the game and done things which, to be honest, I wish I hadn't. So, Super Cup being Big Man Baker on 18 points, Gaza 16, Vish 16, me 16. Fucking laughable. I am up against Big Man Baker. I have no idea what his team is, but he's on 51 points. I'm on 37, but I've got Salah tonight captain. Plus I've got 7 points of the rest. That's what, 30 something? 44 points plus whatever Salah gets. So I'm out. So if I've lost that, unless Salah gets a massive double-digit haul. It's all about what you're playing this game for. So I don't know about people don't realise it's a game, but so this is what Randy says, and I have no idea specifically what he says. I want my fucking arse with this game. Seriously. Fuck this shit and launch it into fucking orbit. What is the point anymore? There is no fucking point. You can plan, you can build spreadsheets, you can spend hours pouring through the stats, but all it really comes down to is whether or not to buy John fucking Stones. Well, this is when I went, right, I'm making a members video on this, because it's statements like that piss me off. I'm not being funny, but John Stones plays for Man City. He's been scoring goals this season, and you decide not to own him. Fine. But, you know, some disc... No, I'm not going to use the C word. Some disc... beep centre-back who's been shit as fuck for years, and now all of a sudden starts pissing fucking goals for fun. Well, yeah. The satanic arse demon that won't fuck off. A wild rampaging bastard put on this earth to eviscerate my bollocks on a weekly fucking basis. A stratostrophic super beep of unpropelled fecal force. Seriously, John, just fuck off now. Just crawl back into whatever arsehole you've been residing in for the last few years and leave me in fucking peace. I've suffered enough. Now today has delivered yet another tectonical supercharged scorpion kick to the bollocks. I've been planning for fucking weeks just to be able to field 8 or 9 useless bastards for Gameweek 29. And my fucking team has more flags than a fucking Olympic opening ceremony. It's not enough for my fucking team to go into full throttle turbo wanking mode this week and get me fuck all points. It's now decided to call in a team of rectal excavators to turn me a new arsehole and sabotage my chance of any fucking points in Game Week 29. Rotten fucking bastards. I've never before witnessed such a plethora of piss in one place. Fucking hell, I could read that. A colossal abundance of useless fucking wank-encrusted tossers. An astronomical collection of interstellar bellends. Wankers of the galaxy. I'm now standing at the wherever that fucking says, of the endless abyss, staring into the external darkness and waiting for it to swallow the last remaining shreds of my miserable fucking season. Well, this guy here, he's got nearly 3,000 followers. You know my cynical, nearly 4,000, 3,500. You know my cynical nature when it comes to social media. It means fuck all. The amount of followers, subscribers that you get. Trust me, it means fuck all. But whatever. Yeah, I am. Whether this individual he's clearly taken his time to write that. I don't know whether it was on a laptop, a PC, on his mobile phone, but clearly that's taken a while to address a point about a game. I don't know why you just don't do a video. It's a lot easier, a lot quicker. And sometimes I find like with people like with a relatively big following, where of that 3,500, probably only between 100 and 200 people actually engage with individual. And then obviously then the retweets come in and everything and all this shite. I mean, I had funny enough, it happened to me yesterday. I tweeted about something that happens in extras, and the actor that was involved in that particular scene just retweeted and just said thank you for the kind words, really appreciate it, just put some funny little there we are, Vince. Benefits of following me on Twitter. The point being is that then people then see this video and it gets retweeted and retweeted and retweeted, and then people see who the original source was and they come to me and they follow you and all this bollocks. It's the same when James tweeted out, retweeted, didn't have to, but retweet. What's that? No, don't do it for that. Didn't have to. I don't. Fuck's sake. Didn't have to, but surprise, surprise, people then started following me. And I always make this point. When it's like when I see on when you see on Twitter the bullshit, like who was it? What's his fucking face? Help me out here, chat. Members, help me out here. I'm pretty sure. Who the fuck was it? I'm pretty sure it was FPL Toad that I follow on Twitter. Now he's a fucking right little bastard when it comes to writing things that I kind of think, really. And he's a bit of a cynical git. And essentially, he was making a point about, no, fuck that. Fuck that. It was Arbor Boys, mate. Trigger Lips, making a point about if you want followers on your Twitter account, then start interacting with other FPL accounts other than the big ones. Now, Triggerlix made this very simple point that I'll follow whoever the fuck I want. Like, I just find it on. I don't follow many people on Twitter anyway, because as I said, when it comes to social media, I follow people that I have either engagement with or bring something positive to me as an individual. And there are the odd people that I follow out of respect to them. But I follow people because it brings enjoyment to my life. And I will engage with whoever the fuck I want. Now, if someone wants to follow me, then fine. You can follow whoever you want. You can be friends with whoever you want if you enjoy that individual's content. But I just find like the whole concept of follow for follow's sake, it means jack shit. I've discussed this once and I'll discuss it 1,000 times. People on YouTube, whether you're the biggest YouTuber on the fucking planet or if you're small time like us. And it's, let's get to a goal here. Let's do this. Let's do that. And the reality is that you really do need to make more about your community that you're building up. And for individuals to come out and just say, oh, I'm not getting the viewers that we should be and stuff. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with saying things like that. Like I've spoke to death about, I'm a bit disappointed with the viewership that we're getting at the moment. But once again, there are reasonings for that. Scheduling and work commitments and whatnot. So, Padrag, fuck me. Morning, Padrag. In fact, Padrag, I don't even think I see you in normal streams, let alone on members only. But yeah, I just find it such a fickle nature of business. And like I say, with this particular individual, he's clearly got a solid following, and he's had a lot of people like, retweet various things and everything. People like us are now discussing it. And yeah, I just find like with a statement like that, you know, regarding John Stones, I get it, but I'm sorry, but the evidence was there to maybe hold on to him, keep him, whatever. I mean, Paulie's saying John Stones is a fellow Barnsley lad, he's great. One way to avoid the rant transfer and join John Stones, yes. Vince Chapman saying, a boring game in 29 and 2 weeks of internationals. That means 3 weeks till we can watch a good game again. Yeah, very, very true. Vince, haters are going to hate. John Stones is the gift that keeps on giving. Sounds like someone who fancies his girlfriend, boyfriend. Yeah. Oh man, didn't say. I didn't know about this tweet. Thanks. His address is gutter. But really enjoy the members' videos. Oh, cheers, Padrag. Padrag saying nothing to see. I know I don't do much interacting in the chat, but really enjoying the members' videos. Yeah, like I say, I just enjoy. All I say is just chatting with you guys really on the members' videos, just answering your questions and everything, and all this malarkey. But always fun and games, isn't it? Always fun and games, as they like to say on this particular thing. But yeah, incredibly, a lot of you are watching this. If you do enjoy content like this, essentially I do content like this on a daily basis. Usually it's pre-recorded. It's literally me doing this, but I'm just recording it. And if you like this additional content and you want to support myself and Jason, then you can become a member by just hitting the join button, which is on by the subscribe button. And I usually do about 4 or 5 videos a week, talking about fuck knows whatever you want me to talk about. Like I say, there is a specific menu in Discord where you can send in questions. Blonde asked me a question about her wildcard team or something like that, and Brew asked me something about team of the season and whatnot. It's essentially just additional content, but with swearing, basically. And if you are interested and you want to support myself and Jason, by all means. And it's funny enough, because I'll do this little rant as well. Another thing about entitlement, and people think that they should be entitled to money, which really fucking pisses me off. And it was a podcast I listened to the other day. And the guy just said, look, yeah, we're a bit disappointed by the amount of people that are listening and everything, but what we pride ourselves on is like people would pay for this information. And I thought, okay, I'll check your podcast out. I like you as an individual and everything. I think you're all right, so I'll find out your podcast. And I was listening in and everything. I just thought, yeah, it's all right. It's okay, but for you to say that you should be giving this away for a charge, forget it. Like I say, with us, it's just additional content on what we normally do. And I just think it's stuff that, as I always keep saying, that the hardcore Elite FPL community enjoy. And if you are somebody that does enjoy this kind of content, by all means sign up. But at the end of the day, me and myself and Jason just continue plodding away with the live streams, as they say. And yeah, there'll be of course one this specific Thursday or whatever it is, but I'll be doing more fucking videos this particular week. And yeah, like I say, I just find like I've said this before and I'll say it again, I think that there are certain Patreons or subscriptions that are worth the money, basically, and you want to support these individuals. My biggest one is that I regretted not going into was the wrestling podcast PW Torch. Still to this day, it's my biggest regret not paying £10 a month to have. It was something like 12 podcasts a week extra. Plus afterwards they'd have like a 2-hour review show. It was all ad free. You had all the archive stuff and everything, and it was something which to this day I've regretted not paying for. And yeah, I just think that people are aware that I'm a Planet FPL patron as an example, and I will happily support James and Sush on the career that they want from this. And I just think that you get value for money at the end of the day for the charge that I pay. I think they just give value for money, and the 4 or 5. I only listen to like 2 or 3 of the additional podcasts a week, but I'll happily pay whatever. I can give a shit. It's just a bit of money supporting 2 individuals that I enjoy, basically. But yeah, tonight though, all down to Salah. I know Davey FPL captained him, and I did a comment on his tweet that he said, all down to you, Salah. Yeah, I even said to him that I was shocked because I quickly tuned into his live stream, because I like watching Davey FPL streams, and he basically, I saw him captaining Salah, and I was just like, this is really fucking interesting. And oh yeah, that reminds me. Talking of Salah, just to bring it up here in the Invitational League. So incredibly, Nick Treadwell's top. He's got 40 points. So this is the members only league, basically. Ah, what a fucking bastard. Lewis Dunk. That's why Nick Treadwell's top. But he's going to have Antonio coming on for Gundogan. Vice captain Salah. Oh, that's going to fucking piss off the two below him. Dallas is going to come on for De Bruyne. Ooh. So he's got 8 points coming off the bench. Fucking hell. And then we move on to... This is why I'm saying this. Is because these individuals here... This is about differentials, isn't it, Harbour Boy? Brew. It's the point about differentials. You got Peter Scullion. 52 points. Had Stones. Cancelo. Gundogan not playing. Look who's coming off the bench. Trossard. Yeah? Fucking hell, Pete. Are you fucking taking the piss? Vince, is he taking the fucking piss? Trossard. Brian, look at that. Oh, does that mean he goes fucking top then? Hold on a minute. Let's see if Peter Scullion goes top with the points. Load up. Come on, load up. Thank you for the kind words, Brian. I'll read that in a second. I just need to load up on my end the old thing so I'm actually able to see what the fuck I'm looking at. So 34, 9 points behind Nick at the moment. And then Nick's got 8 points coming off the bench, whereas Scullion has got 10. So that's plus 2. Fucking hell. So Pete, you're going to be 7 points. 6 points. 7 points off top spot. But your fucking differential in Salah, captain, bloody Nick's got it. Unlucky, mate. That is very unfortunate for you, pal. Very unfortunate. Damn it. And then in third spot, we had FPL Bear. Well, we did have... it's still FPL Bear there. 43. Cancelo, so Diaz. So De Bruyne, he's got... coming on. I can't actually see who the hell that is. Dallas coming on for De Bruyne, for Gundogan, sorry. So that's 6. And then he's got Salah captain, but once again the top spot Nick Treadwell is cancelling you out. Who's fourth then? Is it Paulie? Is it Paulie that's fourth? Who's fourth now in the Invitational League? Blimey, Luke Jones, Toffee Men. He's now fourth. Gundogan. He's who's coming on for Gundogan then? Bamford. And then you got De Bruyne, and it is Burn. Oh God. Burn coming on for De Bruyne. He's got we have Fernandez captain. We had Luke Shaw. He's another one to fucking be looking at. Cheers, Brian. Haven't been a member for too long here, but the value entertainment is there. Quality, worth every penny. I appreciate that. Thank you, Brian. Like I say, we're just doing this for fucking fun, but we want to try and get you guys a bit more involved. And like I said, I think next year I'm going to be doing I can say this publicly here. I'm doing a Steve-O. I'll probably be doing a Steve-O Real Talk members. Steve-O Real Talk head-to-head league next season. There is going to be a way in which I do this, but it's all going to be about going through the private messaging via Twitter and all this fucking bullshit. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. What's that there from Podner here? Hello, Podner. And he's agreeing with Brian. Cheers, dude. Yeah, I always say this as well. It's quite interesting because the analytics for all the members' videos is about... I think we've got something like 75, 76 members. And the average viewership is only about 30, 35. So it'd be good to just spread the word. Like I said, the members chat and the general in Discord. The FPL general. Oh, that was good. Karma, baby. What do you think? I've got to do this. Hold on a minute. I've done it before, but there's a contextual reason why I'm going to do this. It's the FPL general. How's it all going? Or is that John Nellis? Either way, they sound exactly the same. Lovely guys. Very, very nice people. Right. What else to talk about? Fuck all, really. So I'm gonna fucking rest because I've had a really shitty fucking day at work. I mean, shitty. Is this guy your brother, Steve-O? Who's that? Who's my brother? Podner, you've got seconds to comment on this. This is the point. This is live interaction now. Who's my brother, Podner? Tell us who my brother is. The FPL general. I don't think I'm ahead. I don't know if I'm doing better than him or not. But at the moment, I didn't even go for my team of late as such. Not that I need to really, but I'm on 37 points. With, like I said, 7 coming off the bench in Dallas and Bamford. Salah captain tonight. I certainly will not be watching the game, so it is going to be... This could be, in fact, it's unlikely. In fact, it is not going to be happening, but sometimes I do live reaction videos to scores. So Salah captain tonight. I keep doing my... I said 2-1 or 2-0 to Liverpool tonight. I'm honestly, talking of differentials, Jota is who I'm looking at. Jota, Alonso, Azpilicueta, them 3 I'm looking at in the very, very near future. Gundogan and De Bruyne are on my they're on my hit list. Ben Mee for definite. He can clear off. Salah's walking on a fine line as well. And Calvert-Lewin's another. Basically, the whole of my fucking team can get fucking gone. Bunch of arseholes. Podner's not going to reply, so you're going to have to put it in the comments instead. Put it in the comment section instead. Anyway, I'm clearing off. Genuinely appreciate everybody joining me for this members only live stream. Bit of an experiment. Let me in the comments below if you enjoy the videos. Members specifically, let me know. But usually, like I say, they're just recorded. But I just wanted to do this as a bit of an experiment. I mean, we've been going on for fucking an hour. How the fuck have we been going on for an hour? Matthew Zaishi, hello pal. Thank you for the great stream. Cheers, dude. Appreciate it. And yeah. Cheers, guys. I'll see you. I'll be doing the members video tomorrow in reaction to Liverpool tonight. So, cheers, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.